So I was watching Jamie Paige's channel recently, and she had some sisters on there. One is a makeup artist and one is a hairstylist. And they did a makeup look that inspired me. So I'm going to do that today. I'll link the video that inspired this look in the box below. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away as my eyeshadow concealer. And like I said, I've noticed a lot of blue shadow looks on YouTube lately. And this is going to be along those lines. I'm going to use a Sigma brush. It's an E40. I'm going to use it to buff in this Magic Away concealer. As I'm buffing this in, I'm noticing that the concealer is a little bit yellow. Can y'all hear the frogs, the tree frogs? They've been really excited since the weather's warmed up. Anyway, because the Magic Away is a little bit yellow, I'm going to go in and correct this yellow with something white. Sometimes if I use a base that has eyeshadow base that has too much yellow in it, it makes my blacks and my blues look green. That was the Sigma E40, and the shadow I just put on my lid, this is Vapour by MAC. I set my eyeshadow primer with that. The next color I'm going to go in is one that the girls on Jamie Paige's channel used. I'm going to use a Sigma E, I think it's a 32. This is a Sigma E32. I'm going to take this color Filter. It's from the Venus 2 palette from Lime Crime, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. This is the same color they started with. They did not, in Jamie's video, they did not prime the lids. I don't know whether they forgot to and decided that they were going to pretend like that was the plan, or if they really, in fact, intended to not prime the lids first. I am waiting till later to do the foundation because I probably will have some fallout from this since I'm packing on the color so vibrantly. Do you pack on color vibrantly? You pack it on so it'll be vibrant, right? Okay, now I'm going to take the brush that I buffed in the Magic Away with and soften those edges. I'm going to carry it up a little bit more. I realize that you girls that watch me probably will not wear this look. Just think of this as entertainment. We're having fun, right? So this is still that same color. It's called Filter. And I'm taking it underneath, putting it lighter as I go up. I'm going to use the Vapour again to buff out this up here. It's I don't know. I'm hoping that this creamy color does not send my blue in a warm direction. All right. The next color that the girls on Jamie's channel did, or the makeup artist, was Electric Eel. I do not own Electric Eel. It's by MAC. So I'm going to use, I have fresh water, and I also have this palette by Urban Decay. It's the electric palette. So I feel like that one's got a little teal. Let's see if we mix them together. That might go into the that may be, I'm going to mix these two blues from Urban Decay. This one and this one. This is going to be my substitution for the Electric Eel. I'm going to put that on my lid. She ends up putting a lighter color on the inside, so I'm going to avoid that area with this. Then I'm going to take my brush again and buff the edges. And I'm going to mix those two blues again. So I've been watching some other videos that have really inspired me too. I'm bringing this underneath also. So I may do a series of videos on looks that other YouTubers have done that have inspired me, and then do my take on it. How I would have done it, or how I'll have to do it since I don't have all the products they have. Either how I would improve on it, or how I'm not as good as they are, so it's not going to be as good, or because I don't have the products. But anyway, my take on other creators' looks. All right, then she did a lighter color on the inside. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. It's the Radiant by Maybelline, and dot that and smear it a little bit on the inner corner. Press it, pat it like that. And she put a little bit of, she said it was peach. It didn't look peach to me. It looked kind of pink. So I'm going to take a pinker color. This is something from the Viseart shadow palette. It's from the Rose Coral palette. And then I'm going to feather the blue back in so it doesn't take over. So the pink doesn't take over. Alright. I'm going to do that on the other side too. I'm putting a little bit of the Radiant concealer from Maybelline, patting it on the inside, so I can tone down that blue and add a bit of a sticky base for this. This is a blush from Viseart, like I said, from the Rose Coral collection. All right, I'm going to put on some eyebrows. They seem to be getting lost in this look. I'm going to use a Anastasia this is Brow Gal brush. And fill in my brows a little bit. This brow powder I have is a Brunette by Maybelline. I'll link it in the description box. Very good. I've used this one for years. I have strayed here and there because you sweet girls have sent me things and I wanted to try them, especially in my videos, so you can see how I would use them. But for today, since this was on top of my vanity, we're going to use this. It's funny how you can see where you need to work once you get those brows on, right? Then she used a darker blue. She may have on a damper brush. She may have used a damp brush. We'll see how this works. I'm using Contrast from MAC to emphasize the lash line. Going on dry, it doesn't seem to be making much of a statement. I'll have to look at it with the magnifying glass and see if we're getting anywhere. What does it look like to y'all? Wow. These saturated colors are not forgiving at all. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that's showing. I feel like I'm getting ready to have that phenomena again where the colors don't stick. She did not use lashes. She just curled her lashes and piled on a bunch of mascara. So I'm gonna do that. Curling the lashes. And I'm gonna use a nice, the YSL mascara, if I can find it. Oh, let's use Legendary Lash. And she said she really piled it on for chunky lashes. I got interviewed on the phone yesterday. I'll have to let you know later what it was about. But we were discussing the chunky lash trend where the mascara is just piled on and piled on. So I may have to let this coat set up a bit. I feel like this look needs an eyeliner. And I'm going to use Phone Number by MAC. It's the color of the print in a phone book. I'm going to brush these brows up. Jamie did her brows off camera, so I don't know what products she used in hers. She just seemed to have a normal brow, not a particular, she wasn't going for a particular look. She just did her brows, I think. All right, let's put on another coat of mascara. Let's get these lashes looking chunky. Let's move on to the face. I'm gonna put on Makeup Forever Stick Foundation, and I'm gonna use this Mally brush. I'm gonna stay away from the eyes because I'm gonna clean that up and put concealer on in a minute. I feel like with a bold eye like this, so that the rest of nothing else on the face detracts from it, I need the skin to look, you know, even, really even. No redness or pigmentation to detract from the look. I'm using a bit of makeup remover or makeup remover to clean up right there. But yeah, the skin needs to look clean. No pigmentation to detract from the eye. Otherwise it looks accidental. It doesn't look as purposeful. I want it to look purposeful. I want it to look like I meant to do this. Not like it was just a makeup look that just got out of control. I think they left her foundation light, natural, sheer. Now I'm going to set this with the Mer powder. I'm not going to use my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush because it has a little warmth to it, and I don't want my blue to go green. I don't want it to have an excuse to look green. I think I'm going to switch mascaras and see if I can find something that will build on top of this mascara that I'm using. See if this one will chunk up on it. The Legendary Lash wasn't building and getting chunky. This is Sumptuous by Estee Lauder. It's got a really stiff brush. It seems to be building now. I'm going to take this brush that I used to blush, that pinky color to put on the inside. I'm going to use that here on the outside. See if I can buff this out. What is this brush? This is a Sigma E35. I'm dragging that out a little bit more on the outside. There we go. Yeah, the lashes are chunking up now. That's good. All right, I'm going to take the Highbrow from Benefit, highlight my brow bone a little bit with it. And it's got kind of a pinky undertone too, so that works. All right, now I'm going to do my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind underneath my eyes, and it also has a pink undertone. I don't want anything to look green. Going back to my Sigma E40, I can't. It has some blue in it. I need somebody to clean my brushes. All right, we're gonna have to use the e.l.f. for this step because I don't want it dirty underneath. So my camera had to cool off, so while it was cooling off, I played with a deep side part look. The hairstylist that was the guest on Jamie's channel did a deep side part on her, but they did a wet look. Mine is a side messy bun behind my ear and a deep side part. All right, let's move along. So I set the under eyes with La Mer. They used a cream blush and then I can't recall exactly what they did, but this is going to be my interpretation. I'm going to also go into the Rose Coral palette, and I'm using a Sigma F15, and I'm using one of the rose colors. The middle one. I'll put a link for this palette in the description box so you can get a better look at the colors. So I'm taking the middle color and putting it on my cheeks, just right below where it's the apex of the bone. And then I'm going to take the darker one and contour with it. I think the girls used some elements from the 80s. One of those was contouring with a blush. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and contour up here too with the deeper rose blush, and then go back there to the inside there. I commented under their video, I think they asked, did you like the pink or the nude lip better? I didn't like the nude lip they used at all. This is, it's either Pluminette or Fleury by Christian Louboutin. I'll put it in the description box. I put it on, then I'm going to take my finger and work it in. Like that. I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix to map this down, I'm going to use a Sigma large powder brush. It's a F20. To perfect the center of my face. I'm taking the dark blue from this Venus palette. The color is Booty. And I'm putting it underneath right there. I'm going to take the medium rose blush from the Viseart palette. And blend these outer edges. All right, that's my interpretation of Jamie Paige's blue eye look that she did on her channel. There, now it's a little more 80s looking. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was fun for you. I'll leave all the products and the links so you can get a better look at them in the description box. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend.